In this video, I'll be showing you simplest techniques, simplest ways to break a bad habit. If you really want to move from that bad habit to a good one, or you really want to forget about all of those bad habits altogether, that's what this video is for. I'll be back. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl AFROGENIC. If it's your first time, you're very much welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know I love you. If it's your first time coming across this channel, you're very much welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to all so you get a ding when I upload a new video. Today in this video, like the title said, I'll be showing you simplest ways, 10 powerful ways, 10 simplest ways to break a bad habit that you have cultivated for many years. If you go through this simple technique that I'll be showing you in this video, in no time, you see yourself out of that bad habit that you have cultivated for many years. To start with, I want us to define what habit is. Habit is a recurrent, often unconscious pattern of behavior that is acquired through frequent repetition. According to that definition, I want you to take note of a couple of words in that definition. First, recurrent. The next one, unconscious, behavior, and frequent repetition. Before a habit is solidified, first of all, must go through 3 stages. The first one is the trigger, which is a cue. The predecessor, what comes before the main act actually takes place. Then the next thing is the routine, the behavior, the routine, the behavior. Yes, the main act of habit. You know, for instance, if you're a smoker, the process of smoking is the behavior, which is the routine. Then lastly is the reward, the satisfaction. That thing you get when you're done doing the habit, which is the reward or the satisfaction. So now that you know how behavior works, now that you know what happens, what precedes the habit, the very first way to change a bad habit is first identify what this bad habit is. For me, it's eating peanut. So if eating peanut is a bad habit for me, yes, I have identified it because I know this is a habit that I am struggling with, which by the grace of God, I have been working on it. So identify the habit you want to change. Identify the trigger. What triggers it? Initially, I had a habit of eating fingers. I just could finish the whole of my fingernails in a matter of seconds. But I needed to replace this habit because I didn't like it. I had to work on it myself. I needed to change it. So I had to replace it with another habit of nibbling on something. So I had to nibble on something because I just do not want to engage in eating my fingers. So I replaced with chewing gum. But chewing gum in my society is tagged to be something else. Nobody wants to see a responsible woman chewing gum. So I had to stop that. So after that, I replaced it with nibbling on peanut. And quickly that became another bad habit that I just needed to break free from. So what triggers it for me is whenever I remember that I used to chew my fingernails, whenever I feel like chewing my fingernails, I quickly reach for peanut. For me, that was a cue. For me, that was a trigger. Another thing you really want to be conscious of about trigger or cue is anything can trigger your addiction. Anything can trigger your habit. Some people, it's the location. Some people, it's the time of the day. To some people, it's a clique of friends. So you have to just identify it. What is it that triggers it for you? Is it when you are in a clique of friends? Is it when you are alone, lonely? Is it at a particular time of the day? Where does it happen? Why does it happen? How does it happen? So these are clues, these are cues, these are triggers. These are things you should look into, and they will quickly help you to identify what the problem is. Number 2, focus on what you want to change. So if yours is smoking, you have identified that you need to quit smoking. Give yourself a couple of reasons why you should quit smoking. First, smokers are liable to die young. Smokers are liable to get more exposed to diseases and sicknesses. You know, you can just go on and give yourself good reasons why you should quit smoking. So it is. If need be, write down your reasons why you should stop it. Write them down in a diary, write them down in your journal, write them down and paste them on the wall. Write them and put them at places where you can see it. Reasons why you need to stop all of these habits. Number 3, replace a bad habit with a good one. In the process of you replacing a bad one with a good one, you want to be careful, because if you have listened to the story I told you earlier, I actually was thinking of replacing eating fingers with something else, and I got into another kind of addiction. I got into another kind of habit that is also not healthy. Okay, so when you are replacing a bad habit with another one, you want to be careful not to replace it with another bad one that you are going to be addicted to at the end of the day, and you are looking for another way to break it. For instance, if you're planning to stop a bottle of soda after a meal, it's simple. Just place an inscription on the refrigerator: no bottle of soda after a meal. You could even do it and place it at places where you can see when you wake up in the morning, probably above your bed, probably as places where you visit on a daily basis. For instance, if you want to learn how to switch off the light every time when you go out of your house, all you have to do is just place an inscription close to the switch, and you remind yourself to always switch off the light. So several things that you can do to help you remember or to help you forget all of these bad habits that you're planning to change, instead of replacing with another bad one that is becoming a habit, and you begin to pile up a whole lot of habits. We don't want that. Now, let me say this. You have to prepare for setbacks. It's not easy to change a habit that you have taken so many years to acquire. So you really want to be careful. You have to take it easy. You have to be easy on yourself. Don't rush yourself. At first, you have to start small. You have to start gradually. Don't rush yourself. For instance, if you're a chain smoker and you have been smoking for many years, so for you to suddenly quit is not easy. So you want to start by reducing the amount of sticks. You want to stop by reducing the amount of cigarettes that you take per day. Only then can you begin to reduce them one stick at a time. And gradually, you get out of this habit of smoking. So I want you to prepare your mind. You would always have setback. If your willpower is very strong, trust me, you might not experience setback. Yes, I've seen a couple of people who didn't have setback and they were successful at changing their habits. So just be easy and be honest to yourself. Don't try to stop abruptly. Pardon me. So take it easy. Point number 5, take things small. Don't try to pack too many habits into your plan. For instance, you have several bad habits and you're thinking of changing all of them all at the same time. So you have to take things easy, start small. Be realistic and be sincere here. You don't want too many plans in this your package. Just be simple with it. One habit at a time. When you're done working on this habit, then probably you want to pick another one. Now, changing this habit, if it warrants you changing your environment, please go ahead and do so. If it involves staying around certain group of friends, if those group of friends are your own trigger, please, you want to quickly do away with them. Please, all of the things that you can do that are your triggers, whatever it is that your own trigger is. It might be a place, it might be a group of friends, it might be a time of the day, it might be a colleague in the office, it might just be anything. First of all, identify what your trigger is. Once you know what your trigger is, you want to avoid your trigger. If you're able to avoid your trigger, you are halfway there. Trust me. Point number 7, visualization technique. Visualization technique. For a lot of people, this thing has worked. It's been working. It's been helpful for a lot of people. Now, for those people who are involved in eating junks, if that is your own bad habit that you're trying to stop, what these people have simply done is they have decided to look for someone with the kind of physique that they desire to have. For instance, you go to the internet probably and see a woman with fit body, or you take an old picture when you used to be portable. All you have to do is just paste these pictures at strategic places where you can have access to them, where you can see them all the time, and it reminds you, this is the kind of body I want to go back into. Sometimes it could be an old dress. You just look at the dress and begin to imagine yourself fit into that dress, and before you know what's happening, you're psyching your mind to work for you, telling your mind that there is need for us to change, and your mind begins to prepare for the change and your body begins to prepare for the change. Before you know it, your totality begins to work towards the change. Point number 8, you want to motivate yourself with a reward. Always look out for a reason to reward yourself for a job well done. Probably you have kept your word, you have done all of these things that we're talking about for 1 week, and these have been helpful. You haven't been to that bad habit for 1 week. After a week, take course and reward yourself with something good. Not another habit, don't go into any form of addiction yet, not at all. So you really want to see yourself being rewarded for a job well done. So look forward to a weekend of achievement and reward yourself for the 1 week, for the 7 days that you have achieved that much success by not going into what gives you this habit to start with. Point number 9, if it warrants you to do a journal, put a journal where you where you jot stuffs, where you jot your achievement, how many days gone, probably a place where you can tick day 1, tick, day 2, tick, day 3, tick. Like in this video for me is a kind of challenge to check my own addiction. And what I am simply doing is to check as the day goes by. And all through the month of April, this is what I'll be doing, a daily vlog about how you can also change your own habit. I'm doing it to help us all. Point number 10, which is supposed to have been the first point listed here, but I have decided to save the best for last. Now, you want to depend on God to help you break free from any form of addiction. You don't want to see yourself fighting any form of habit alone. You don't want to see yourself fighting any form of addiction yourself. In fact, I am one of those people who have really tried to break free from habits, and every step of the way failed. All of the things we have mentioned failed until when I realized that there is only one person that can help me, and that is God. With the help of the Holy Spirit, I have been able to break free. And for like almost 8 months, I think about 7 months plus, I haven't taken peanuts. And my face is getting better, as you can see, and my cholesterol level is also making sense. You really want to depend on God at this point to help you if you're really determined to get rid of all of these bad habits that we're talking about, and you really want God to take over and be in charge of your willpower. This month of April, I am dedicated to uploading videos every day, and I hope you're not tired of seeing these videos, because this month we are going to be having habit reset. That is the title of this month activity, habit reset, and I'm sure someone is excited about this. If you haven't seen my other videos, I'll encourage you to go right there and see them. I talk about spirituality, faith, and business. And if that sounds like why you're here, subscribe to this channel. Share this video if it's helpful with friends that you think should see this video, especially when they're fighting with any form of addiction. And God in his infinite mercy will help us all. Thank you so much. See you in my next video tomorrow. Bye.